Hey guys, so I hope you all are having a happy Independence Day so far, especially those of you who are over in the U.S. So thanks for tuning in. Talking about making this video for a little while, but trying to get through some of the companies and making sure that I'm covering the companies that everyone's interested in. But today I'm going to go ahead and take the time out and go ahead and make this video. This video is going to become a resource that I'm going to put, I'm going to pin it everywhere. I'm going to pin it on my Facebook group, which if you aren't a member, you should be, because a lot of times when news breaks or I give opinions on companies before a video drops, it will be over on my Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/JMac Investing. Go check that out, because many of you have asked many questions about warrants, what they are, how to redeem them, and all those kinds of things. So I'm going to cover all that. So for some of you OGs who are very familiar with SPACs, then this will be a bit of a snoozer to you. Otherwise, put on your listening ears. Really, I'm not going to get, I could probably get really in depth with this, into some of the very nuances and little small offshoots of things that could happen, or potential scenarios. But I'm going to stick to just the basics and kind of the high level and what you need to know to just begin to trade warrants. So that being said, let's switch over and check out this slide deck. All right, so like I said, so this is going to be not only talking about warrants, but we'll also be talking about units. So special purpose acquisition company warrants and units explained here. Most SPACs will have 3 share stock types. First one is the common shares, regular shares. Second one are warrants, a unique security that locks in the purchase price for a common share at a certain price during a specific time period. Units is the third one. It's a group of stock securities sold together. A unit typically includes one common share and either a half a warrant, or one common share and a full warrant. This varies from SPAC to SPAC, so you got to get into the SEC documentation filings when these SPACs announce the terms of the IPO, which is pretty easy to find. A lot of times you can literally just Google the unit, the ticker, and the unit terms, and sometimes it'll take you straight to the SEC document. So here's an example, a Fidelity example, where I searched on FMCI, which is merging with the Tattooed Chef. So you can see when you search on it, you get FMCI, that is the common share. You get FMCIU, that's the unit. Then you also get FMCIW, that's the warrant. So these are the 3 different share types associated with FMCI. They're all under the same company. They're just different ways of raising money for this SPAC. Many times warrants and or units trade at a discount to the common share price. There's a reason for this. Warrants have a little bit of risk associated with them that we'll get into in a little bit here. Going back to FMCI as the example, you can see here's what they're trading for at present. Well, at the close of business on Thursday, July 2nd. This is what they closed at. FMCI, the common share, is trading at $17.05. FMCIW, the warrant, is trading at $4.44. FMCIU, which is the unit, is trading at $20.61. And just to let you know, in this case, the unit with FMCI is 1 share and 1 warrant, 1 full warrant. So here we go. This is the breakdown of which one is trading at the bigger discount to premium. So the common share price is obviously it is what it is, and that is $17.05. And then you can see the warrant price at present is $4.44. So if you were to buy 1 warrant, and then the redemption price is $11.50. You add those 2 together, you get $15.94. So that means it's trading at a discount to the common share right now of $1.11. It's on discount to the common share. The FMCIW is by $1.11. Then if you go down to the unit and take a look, the unit is currently trading at $20.61. The unit is made up of 1 common share that's valued at $17.05, then 1 full warrant, which is $4.44. Those 2 combined, you see you're getting right now gains built in of 85 cents. Here's the risk that I've been discussing associated with them. So most SPAC warrants have a 5-year term, and then that's variable. Some of them have 2, some of them have 3. But this is just a common thing that they're usually around 5 years, and they trade like any other warrant after the SPAC acquisition. And then most SPACs warrants are callable by the company if the underlying common meets certain requirements. So if the common share meets certain requirements, just like this one here, if the common stock trades above $20 for a period of 20 days in any 30-day time frame, the company may call the warrants for exercise. So what that means is, if it meets that criteria, then the warrants can be called, and you would have 30 days from that point to have that cash balance. See, once called to be redeemed, you need to have the cash balance available in your account to redeem them. So otherwise, you would forfeit your warrants and lose that premium that you paid for the warrant. And then the biggest risk is at the bottom. If a SPAC can't consummate a merger within its specified term, typically SPACs have 2 years. They're created and they got 2 years to find, acquire, and consummate and merge with the company. If that doesn't happen in the 2 years, sometimes they can get an extension. But if it winds up that they just cannot get it done, then what happens is the trust, where all of the money that is invested into the common shares, that's returned to stockholders. So you get that money back for common shares, but the warrants expire worthless. There's where all of the risk is. You may be wondering how also to redeem a warrant. Really, this is why you can only buy warrants with major brokers, because you can only redeem them by contacting the broker. So if you have some of these brokers that really actually don't really have customer service, think of Robinhood, think of WeBull, think of M1 Finance. They don't have you can't really call them, so they don't even offer the warrants. But you would call them by either phone or email or chat, and let them know you would like to exercise the warrants in your account. You stipulate how many out of the number of warrants that you hold that you would like to exercise, and then once the broker has contacted the issuing company, the exercised warrants will disappear from the account. So if you say I'd like to exercise and redeem 10 warrants, and you had 20, then those 10 would be taken, and you'd have to pay $11.50 times 10, and that would have to be that cash balance would have to be in your account to process this request. And then there's usually a fee associated. I've seen it like $38, not per share, but for the entire transaction. And most of them will waive that fee or refund you that fee, because now we're dealing with zero commission in most brokers. But that's on a broker by broker basis. You'd have to find out from your own broker is if they would charge that fee or not. And then one other thing that's noted is that when these warrants are exercised, is dilutive to shareholders. When a warrant is exercised, the company, they got to issue new shares, increasing the total number of shares outstanding. So that's just something to keep in mind, that share counts rise when lots of warrants are exercised. All right, guys, that's it. Go forth and conquer. Now you've got the knowledge. Now you've got the power. Like I said, there's a lot more details and in-depth discussion we could have, but by and large, I hope that answers most of your general warrant and unit questions regarding these in association with SPACs. So that should get you started. Then you could take it from there. You could do a whole lot more due diligence and go really deep into warrants, but that'll get you started. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is going to become a reference. This is a teaching type of video. Not the most exciting thing. I am still working on my EV video, which will be dropping this weekend. Probably tomorrow. I'll be dropping it on the hot EV market with many of the players that are really hot. And I'm going to talk about which ones I own, which ones I'm considering owning, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Be sure to like this video. Subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and turn on that notification bell. That'll get you notified when new videos come out. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching. Deuces.